Hello there, my beautiful bookish souls, and welcome to the most shameful book wrap-up ever. I'm not even going to explain to you guys why this is the most shameful wrap-up video ever. I'm just going to get straight into the wrap-up and you will very, very soon see why. The first and also only book that I read in March is The Hobbit. Keywords would include fantasy, high fantasy, literature, English culture, Norse mythology, epic. Key themes, not really very many key themes, but two key themes would be anti-industrialism and the concept of greed. Long ago, in the quiet of the world, when there was less noise and more green. And like I said, that is the only book that I managed to finish in March. So now, of course, my bros, and by now it's kind of a case of what isn't a bro of mine. Most of the books that I have tried to read so far this year have ended up being bros. I'm just drowning in bros, apparently. First bro, of course, would be Harry Potter, the French edition, because I'm still very, very slowly reading this. Second bro would be Heartless, which I'm doing as a buddy read with Clara. Clara reads books, and Samantha Leanne at Leanne's Lit. And we are slowly but steadily getting our way through that. I think we're about halfway through now, so that's exciting. Third bro is The Good Immigrant, which I'm still picking away at very, very slowly. And fourth bro is Catch 22, which, as with last month, I am still not sure that I'm entirely in the mood to read, but I'm just going to keep mentioning it every month until I do read it, because I do want to read it eventually, just not this month. So as for my TBRs for April, I will be finishing Heartless and the French Harry Potter. I also would like to kind of use this month to try and finish off some of the loose ends that I have still going. So I would like to finally actually finish this book. And I would also like to actually read Milk and Honey, because I have read a few poems at random from here, but I haven't actually sat down and read it from start to finish, which I really want to do, because I understand that the poems are kind of collated into different emotional points of a sort of emotional journey, so it would be really nice to actually read that journey through the poems as well. And the final one, of course, comes from my TBR jar, which has just magically appeared on my hand, of course. And the TBR jar pick for the month is... I don't know what this is. I still don't know what this is. Oh, okay. So the book that I just pulled out of the TBR jar is this book that I actually received in my January Bookishly Books and Tea book. So it's a vintage paperback, it's called Play Dirty, and it's based on a film starring Michael Caine. I honestly don't know much about this book. As far as I can tell, this book is like the equivalent of Disney sort of producing, you know, story versions of Beauty and the Beast or of Mulan or like the movies that they make, because it's not actually, it doesn't actually have an author. It's kind of written by the company that directed or like produced the movie, and it's sort of like a story based on the movie itself, so it wasn't a story before the movie came out as far as I can tell. So that'll be interesting. I guess I'll read that. Now the theme for the month, as decided by several friends on Twitter, is Severus Snaperil. And I have a couple of posts planned for that, but nothing quite as intense as what I have been doing for my Alice in Wonderland theme for March. Just sort of 2 or 3 posts that will kind of tie into things related to Severus Snape, which will be fun. I actually still have a couple of Alice in Wonderland related posts that will be coming out this week, just because I was so delayed in getting some of my other videos up, in particular my Sisterhood of the World tag and my Get Ready With Me video. Those two were so delayed in being posted that they've kind of pushed back a couple of other posts that I really wanted to make for the March Hares and Mad Hatters, so they will be coming out this week, hopefully, and then I will get started on some proper Snaperil stuff. So the only other thing that I thought I might say in this particular video is that I'm thinking of getting rid of the section of my Talks with Tea where I tell you what is sort of coming up this week in BookTube, just because I often end up saying that I'll post something and then, you know, life gets in the way and things don't actually come out when I plan them to, and as the saying goes, don't make promises you can't keep. So I've scrapped that, but in return, or to make up for it, I've decided to add a quote section to my Talks with Tea videos instead. I did say when I first ever started this YouTube channel that quotes is something that I am quite you know, obsessed with and that I have a collection of in my quotes journal, and that I would like to do something in BookTube that was to do with the quotes that I like, but I haven't started doing anything about that yet, and so I thought it might be a nice idea, instead of the This Week on BookTube section, to just have a quote of the week section instead, and I would take my little quote journal here and just pick a quote at random to share with you guys, and hopefully that will inspire me to update my quote journal more often, because I often forget to. So I'm just gonna pick a random page and a random quote for you guys, I guess. We stop looking for monsters under the bed when we realize they're inside of us. Quote by Jordan Berner. Very sorry about how bleak that quote was as the first quote of the Quote of the Week series, but it is being chosen at random. This video feels really weirdly short, but that's probably because of the fact that I read like literally nothing during all of March, so I have nothing to wrap up and nothing to do. So I guess I'll just say adios for now. I will see you in another video very shortly, I am sure, and until then, as always, stay classic. Quote, 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 quote.